We live in an unpredictable world, one where natural disasters, economic downturns, or even something as simple as a power outage can disrupt our lives in an instant. It's not about living in fear, but about being responsible, about taking ownership of our safety and the safety of our loved ones. That's why today, we're diving deep into 5 essential prepping items that can make all the difference when the unexpected strikes. Consider this your comprehensive guide to fortifying your family's safety net. Remember, in the wild, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. We all know water is essential for survival. You can go without food for a surprising amount of time, but water? Water is a different story. In a crisis situation, clean drinking water might be the first thing to go. That's why having a reliable water purification system is non-negotiable. Think about it. Municipal water supplies can be compromised, wells can run dry, and bottled water, well, that runs out faster than you think. A good water purification system is like having your own personal spring, no matter where you are. Now, there are a lot of options out there, from portable filters to UV purifiers to good old-fashioned boiling methods. Each has its pros and cons, but the key is to find one that fits your needs and your budget. For a bug-out bag, a lightweight filter straw or a small pump filter can be a lifesaver. For a more permanent setup at home, you might consider a gravity filter or a whole house system. Whatever you choose, make sure you know how to use it properly. Practice makes perfect, and when it comes to clean water, you don't want to be figuring things out on the fly. Remember, contaminated water can harbor bacteria, viruses, and parasites that can turn a bad situation into a life-threatening one. Don't underestimate the importance of clean water. It's not just about staying hydrated, it's about staying alive. Imagine this. The power's out, the stores are closed, and your stomach's rumbling. That's where long-lasting food supplies come in. These aren't your average groceries. We're talking about food that can last for months, even years, without refrigeration. Think of it like this. You wouldn't head into the wilderness without enough food, would you? Well, a crisis situation is no different. You need to have enough food on hand to keep your family going until things return to normal. Now, when it comes to long-lasting food, there are a few key things to keep in mind. First, you want food that's calorie-dense and nutrient-rich. Think rice, beans, oats, nuts, dried fruit, the kind of stuff that will give you sustained energy. Second, you want food that's easy to prepare, even without electricity. Think about meals that can be cooked over a fire or simply rehydrated with water. And finally, don't forget about flavor. Just because it's survival food doesn't mean it has to taste like cardboard. There are plenty of companies out there that specialize in tasty and nutritious, long-lasting meals. You can even get creative and make your own. The key is to build up a stockpile gradually, rotating your supplies regularly to ensure freshness. Trust me, having a well-stocked pantry can make all the difference when the unexpected happens. In today's hyper-connected world, we rely on electricity for just about everything. From the moment we wake up to the sound of our alarm clocks, to the time we go to bed after watching our favorite TV shows, electricity is an integral part of our daily lives. It's the invisible force that powers our homes, our workplaces, and even our modes of communication. Without it, our modern lifestyle would come to a grinding halt. But what happens when the grid goes down? Power outages can occur for a variety of reasons, from natural disasters like hurricanes and earthquakes to technical failures and even cyber attacks. When the lights go out, it's not just an inconvenience. It can be a life-threatening situation, especially if it lasts for an extended period. How will you charge your phone, power your radio, or even turn on a flashlight? These are not just luxuries. They are essential tools for communication and safety. In an emergency, staying informed and connected can make all the difference. Your phone can be your lifeline, providing access to emergency services, news updates, and the ability to contact loved ones. That's where solar chargers and power banks come in. These devices are designed to keep you powered up, even when the grid is down. Solar chargers harness the power of the sun, converting sunlight into electricity that can be used to charge your devices. Power banks, on the other hand, store electricity for later use, acting as a portable battery that you can rely on when you need it most. These handy devices allow you to harness the power of the sun or store electricity for later use, ensuring you're never left in the dark. Imagine being able to charge your phone, power a small fan, or even run a portable radio, all without needing a traditional power source. In a crisis, this can be a game changer. A good solar charger can be a lifesaver in a crisis. It's not just about convenience, it's about survival. When traditional power sources are unavailable, a solar charger can provide the electricity you need to keep your essential devices running. This can be particularly important in remote areas where access to electricity is limited. Imagine being able to charge your phone and stay connected with loved ones, even when there's no power outlet in sight. In an emergency, communication is key. Whether you need to call for help, check in with family, or receive important updates, having a charged phone can make all the difference. Power banks are another essential piece of the puzzle. These portable batteries can be charged up beforehand, providing a readily available source of power for your devices. They are compact, easy to carry, and can be a real lifesaver when you're on the go. These portable batteries can be charged up beforehand, providing a readily available source of power for your devices. Whether you're camping in the wilderness, traveling, or simply dealing with a power outage at home, a power bank can ensure that your devices stay charged and ready to use. When choosing a solar charger or power bank, there are a few things to consider. Not all chargers and power banks are created equal, and selecting the right one can make a big difference in how well it meets your needs. First, think about the capacity you need. Capacity is measured in milliampere hours, or mAh, and determines how much charge the device can hold. A higher capacity means more power, but it also means a larger and heavier device. How many devices do you need to charge? If you have multiple devices, such as a phone, tablet, and flashlight, you'll need a charger or power bank with enough capacity to handle all of them. Some models even offer multiple USB ports, allowing you to charge several devices at once. How long do you need them to stay powered? Consider how long you might be without access to traditional power sources. If you're preparing for a short-term outage, a smaller capacity might suffice. But for longer emergencies, you'll want a device that can provide power for several days. Second, consider the portability factor. Portability is crucial, especially if you need to move around or evacuate. A smaller, lightweight charger might be ideal for a bug-out bag, while a larger, more powerful unit might be better suited for home use. A smaller, lightweight charger might be ideal for a bug-out bag, while a larger, more powerful unit might be better suited for home use. Think about where and how you'll be using the device, and choose one that fits your specific needs. And finally, don't forget about durability. In an emergency, your equipment needs to be reliable and robust. Look for chargers and power banks that are built to withstand the elements and the rigors of use in a crisis. You want a charger that can withstand the elements and the rigors of use in a crisis. Weather-resistant and sturdy designs are essential, especially if you're dealing with harsh conditions or rough handling. Investing in a reliable solar charger and power bank is like taking out an insurance policy for your electronics. It's a small price to pay for the peace of mind that comes with knowing you'll be able to stay connected when it matters most. It's a small price to pay for peace of mind, knowing you'll be able to stay connected when it matters most. In the end, being prepared with the right tools can make all the difference in an emergency. So take the time to choose the right solar charger and power bank for your needs and ensure that you and your loved ones are never left in the dark. Accidents happen. That's a fact of life. But in a crisis situation, even a minor injury can quickly escalate into something more serious. That's why having a well-stocked first aid kit and basic medical supplies is absolutely crucial. Think of it like this. You wouldn't climb a mountain without a rope and a harness, would you? Well, a first aid kit is your safety net for medical emergencies. It's your first line of defense when professional help might be hours or even days away. Now, a good first aid kit should include all the basics: bandages, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, gauze, antibiotic ointment, you know the drill. But it's also important to consider the specific needs of your family. Do you have any allergies? Any pre-existing medical conditions? These are all factors to consider when building your kit. And don't forget about training. Knowing how to use your first aid supplies effectively can mean the difference between a minor mishap and a major medical emergency. Take a first aid course, watch some videos, practice your skills, whatever it takes to be prepared. Remember, in a crisis situation, you are your own first responder. Having the right medical supplies and the knowledge to use them can literally save lives. Let's face it, when disaster strikes, it can bring out the best and unfortunately the worst in people. Protecting your family and your property becomes paramount. This isn't about being paranoid, It's about being prepared and having the means to defend yourself if necessary. Now, I'm not suggesting you go full-on Rambo, but having some basic self-defense skills and tools can be invaluable. Think about it. If someone is trying to harm your loved ones or take what you've worked hard for, wouldn't you want to be able to protect them? The key here is to choose tools you're comfortable with and, importantly, know how to use safely and responsibly. Pepper spray, for instance, can be an effective deterrent, but only if you know how to use it properly. It's also crucial to have a plan. Talk to your family about what to do in a home invasion scenario, or if you encounter danger while out and about. Having a plan and practicing it can make all the difference when it comes to reacting calmly and effectively under pressure. Remember, your primary goal is always to de-escalate and avoid confrontation. These tools and skills are a last resort, but it's always better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. So there you have it, folks. 5 essential prepping items that can help you protect your family in a crisis. Remember, being prepared isn't about living in fear, it's about taking control of your destiny and ensuring your family's well-being, no matter what challenges life throws your way. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Let's spread the word about the importance of preparedness. And don't forget to subscribe for more essential survival tips and guides. Got any questions or additional item suggestions? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Stay safe, stay ready, and let's tackle preparedness together.